Hey, I am actually on the Gold Coast doing some dog sitting. And it's just been awesome because it's given me a base to start to look for a unit, an apartment, a granny flat of my own that I can have as a base. And you know, I'm really excited that I've made this decision. I'm really excited about bringing you on the journey and also you know, finding my special home and decorating it. I've been doing a little bit of stuff in Van Halen just when I've had a moment, and I'm in my festival gear today, so just trying on a few of my outfits for the upcoming Byron Bay Blues Festival, which I'm so excited for. Apparently it's the last one, but there is talk there might be more, so who knows, it could be just a big marketing ploy. But Crowded House are playing and it's a bucket list thing for me, so super excited. I've been having a little bit of a rearrangement in Van Halen, and my girlfriend was down should I say, from Agnes Water, and we spent a weekend at Kingscliff camping ground right on the beach, beautiful spot. And it was raining for the first day, and anyway, as we arrived at this camping spot, I went to reverse into the site and I lost my reverse. So the transmission just went all loose, and I could sort of just loosely get it into first, but there was no reverse. And so I rang RACQ, which, because I was just over the border, it ended up being the NRMA that came to have a look, and it was almost midnight by the time they came to the caravan site, and discovered that it was a right-hand bush on the drive, I think it's the drive shaft, is it? Anyway, it's in the gear shaft, had perished and needed replacing. So he fixed it temporarily with a cable tie so that on the Monday, this was Friday night, on the Monday I could take it into the mechanic. And so I was without a car, I was without a home for 3 days, from Monday till Wednesday night, when I got Van Halen back nearly $600 later. So it had a service as well, it needed a service, but when I got it back, it's leaking a little bit of oil, which I was aware of, and apparently it's a rocker cover that needs replacing. So I've got it booked in again early May to get that repaired or If you have just tuned into my YouTube channel, my name is Donna-Leigh Perfect. I'm a solo female van lifer in Australia, and I drive around in my Toyota Hiace Van Halen. And I'm a 3 times published author. I have a children's series called The Adventures of Jessie and Rocky Rockstar. I'm also a keynote speaker on the topics of bullying, domestic violence, and resilience. And I'm a children's entertainer and have a show called The Resilient Rockstar Show. I hope you enjoy my videos, and please take a moment just to hit the subscribe button to support me. Repaired or replaced, which again is going to be about another $400, so but it's an important thing to do. So anyway, while I was spending some time with Jo, she had given me a really good tip on how to hang my hats. So you can see them up here, I've got quite a few. With a curtain rod. So there's a curtain rod here, and we just hooked it into the timber on the rooftop. So I'll take you in so you can see. So I just screwed the rod, and it was just a cheap plastic rod from the cheap shop actually. It was only about $5 or something, I can't remember. Anyway, I've got 3 hooks, so one on this side and then one in the middle and one on the end here. And then I just got these S hooks from a cheap shop as well. And I'm just hanging up all my hats. So, yeah, because I've got quite a collection of hats. I've got my little white cap here, and then I've got my lovely scarf, which has got the daisies on. And then I've got another straw hat, which I wear quite a bit. It's got a beautiful turquoise kind of beading around it. And then I've got another black cap, which I got recently at, I don't know if you can see that one, which I got recently at the op shop. So there's a few caps there, and I've got more over here as well in that hat box. So just been having a bit of a shuffle round in my shelves, organising things a little bit nicer. I've got shelves on that side, and then also shelves on this side because I'm living in this place, so there's a lot to store. And I've got this really cool little basket actually, which I got for $10 from Kmart. And I've got my little Campmaster gas cooker, which I'm still waiting to get a gas canister. And I've been to so many Kmarts, and they've all ran out of gas cylinders for these. So, but it's just hidden away in that nice little basket, so you don't see the ugly gas canister thing. Gas cooker, should I say. And I'm thinking I might wear this outfit, this which I actually got from an op shop recently, this nice necklace. So it's got beautiful, have a look at that, how cool is that? So I'm thinking I might wear that with this outfit. I think that could work really well. And I've got my gorgeous skirt, which Joe gave me, and my cowgirl boots. So that's going to be one of my outfits for the Byron Bay Blues Fest. Are you coming? Who's coming to the Byron Bay Blues Fest, where there'll be George Thorogood, Missy Higgins, Crowded House. There's going to be so many amazing acts. So I'm just going to take a seat here for a minute and just catch up on life. It's been amazing just being able to come to the realization that I no longer want to be living in Van Halen, and it's been a relief. I think as soon as I made the decision, I just felt this weight lifted off me, and that really confirmed even more that I've made the right decision. And my girlfriend Jo has her van parked outside her house, and she comes away on music festivals with me and weekends away, and then takes off on her own. And she said there's nothing better than to have a base where you can, you know, call home and then go away on your adventures. And she said, no, you know, I really enjoy and look forward to getting in the van and taking off and escaping the house. And you've got that option, which is a blessing, I think. And I'm looking forward to that transition. I know that when I house sit, it's just amazing. Like, I've stripped all my bed, all my sheets and my doona and everything are in the wash, getting washed at the moment, which is just, you know, one of the, you know, basic luxuries that we take for granted when we're living in a house. But when I am living in a van, those things are challenging. And you've got to stop at a laundromat, and laundromats are really expensive. So to do my entire bedding, I think it's, you know, $20-something to wash and dry them. And, you know, so it's a real benefit to have a home base to be able to do those things. I've cleaned out my fridge, which is just behind here. And so this pulls out on the slide, and that's my fridge. So I've cleaned that out. And I've even given Van Halen a really nice clean on the outside too. It needed it. There was all kinds of dirt and bat poo, and I think there's some bat poo that's probably been on there a little bit too long, unfortunately, so may have actually damaged the paint a bit. Yeah, so it's just it's nice to have a little bit of a break and be able to get a few things done that I need to, and to start looking at units. So I I have I've put a post up on my Facebook, and I've had like, I don't know, 12 or 13 friends share that on their Facebooks too, which I'm so grateful for, because it means more people see it and potentially have a granny flat or a unit or something that might be available for me. It is a bit challenging because of my budget. I'm hoping to get something around the $400 in a granny flat or a one-bedroom apartment, Burleigh, south of Burleigh. I'm prepared to go into New South Wales to Tweed or Kingscliff too, but that's kind of reasonably close proximity to my work. I work at Bond University, I work at Woolworths, and I also do some NDIS work, so having a base close to those jobs is quite important to me. So I put a post up, and I'm going to share that here, so I'm going to take a screenshot if I can of it. And share it on this, but also I have looked at a few properties just online. I haven't actually gone physically to look at them yet. I'm hoping that maybe I might get a chance to look at one tomorrow, but it seems that there was one really beautiful one that had actually been Airbnb'd, and now they're looking to rent it out permanently. It's a granny flat. But it's fully furnished, and I do have some items. I do have a bit of furniture that I want to use, and I want to decorate my home how I want it. So that's important to me, to put my touch on there and make it mine, make it homely. So that was not ideal for me. It was a very small space and kind of a tiny kitchenette. The next one is just a studio, so it's all in one room, the bedroom and the living area and everything, so I think that's probably too small a space for me. Then another one is a top floor of a house in a kind of over 50s complex. And me being over 50 would be perfect. I wouldn't bother with that at all. That wouldn't bother me. But the underneath the unit, which is actually a two-bedroom, which would be amazing, and it's unfurnished, is like a community shared space. So that's kind of a bit strange. So I guess that's where everybody in the complex meets and plans their social activities. So I'm just wanting to check to see if there's an external access to the upstairs, and I don't have to go through that communal kind of area, because that's not going to suit me. Early days though, after the Blues Fest, after this dog sit, I go to the Blues Fest, and then I've got another 2 weeks of dog sitting. So I've got plenty of time to find something, and I've always got Van Halen to move back into, and until I find my place. So I'm not putting too much pressure on myself. It's going to happen. I'm going to find my place, and it's just trusting in the process and believing it's all happening according to plan. I just wanted to say a big thank you to everybody for your beautiful messages on my video, just sharing how I'm ready to move on, and that it was starting to really affect my mental health. It was it was just putting a strain on my moods and my well-being, and I'm now feeling a shift and a lightness because I've made this decision, and so it's feeling good. And I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you for your beautiful messages of support and encouragement and wanting to come along on this journey with me. So I'll put a couple of these properties up for you to have a look at, so you can see kind of what I'm looking at. when I do an inspection, I want you to come along with me on it. Heidi hi. Just washed my hair. It's a bit still wet. And I've got my dragonfly. My daughter bought me this quite a few years ago. And it's very delicate because there's part of the connection here on the back is kind of just breaking through a little bit, and I'm concerned that the chain's going to fall through. So I've sort of got some pliers just to push it together more, but it is very delicate, so I don't wear it a lot. But I really felt like wearing it today, so it's going to give me some good luck because I'm going to look at my first property. It's not the ideal situation, so it's a home in Robina, which is not my first kind of choice of suburb, and it's also a shared home, so but the areas are separate, so they're private, and my understanding is they're sort of independent of each other, so there's like a joint kitchen in the middle, but the property that I'm looking at, the part that I'm looking at, the section, has its own kitchenette. So she assures me that it's completely private, each individual kind of wing, I guess you'd call them. So it has a pool, which would be shared. I believe there is one lady in there and she's looking for 2 ladies for the other 2 wings. Anyway, we'll take a look. It's on the top dollar for me. It's at $460 per week, which plus bills, which is really above my budget. I'm really hopefully looking for something around $400. My girlfriend just recently told me about maybe looking at some mobile homes and caravan parks, permanent rentals. So I'm going to check that out as well. So wish me luck, and I'll take you on this journey. Howdy, howdy. Well, I'm almost at the property, and it's funny because all the streets in this area are named after Northern Beaches suburbs in Sydney, and where this property is actually on Newport Avenue, and it's strange, but the last house that I owned in Sydney was in Newport before I left to move to the Gold Coast 22 years ago. So this house is in Newport Avenue. Could be a sign. Okay, we're just coming up to the property now. Okay, so I took a look at that house, which is a really interesting setup. I've never seen anything like it before. So it's a full, I guess, 4-bedroom house, but it's separated into 3 different wings, and there are 2 ladies that live in there, and they were looking for somebody to live in the 3rd wing. So 2 of us arrived at the same time, myself and one other lady, and which always makes it a little awkward, I think, if you're especially kind of a private situation like that. I think it's kind of nice to just have a bit of one-on-one. It's almost like you feel like you're competing. But look, the property itself is lovely. It's modern. The bedroom was really large, and the bathroom was really nice. It's a shower, toilet, and quite a spacious bathroom. It had 2 wardrobes in the bedroom, so lots of storage. In the lounge as well was a nice roomy lounge, and some storage cupboards in the lounge, and an air conditioning, and a little view out to the pool area. Quiet street, walking distance to Bon Uni, my work, and the kitchenette is basic, so it's quite a kind of a large kitchen area, but there's no sink, and there's no gas or no cooktop. So she had an air fryer and a microwave there, and that was how she was cooking. the tenant who's moving out on Friday. The lady that was organising the inspection lives in one of the wings, and there was just a couple of kind of, I don't know, like, because it's shared area, she was talking about having days or times where the main kitchen, which is kind of the communal area, you could access and use if you wanted, but you would need to kind of almost book it in, like it would need to be a certain time of the week or certain times of the day that would need to be kind of allocated to using it. And then the same was kind of applying to the laundry. So there's like a little clothesline and a bigger clothesline. And she said that would need to allocate days that the laundry was accessible by each person and the clothesline. So that was okay, but it just, I don't know, it just felt a little bit kind of structured. And I don't know, an instinct. And I'm learning to trust my instincts. And there was just something just didn't fit right, didn't feel right. And the lady that's in there at the moment that's moving out was sitting in the lounge. And there was a real kind of very formal kind of atmosphere between her and the woman that was showing us the property, almost like, I don't know, I sensed a little bit of friction between them. It wasn't friendly and warm and open, put it that way. So I sensed either there was some sort of formality between them where they didn't know each other well, or something had happened. So this is just me being insightful and speaking genuinely and openly. I didn't at all feel comfortable having my phone in there videoing. There's no way in the world I could have done that in that property. So sorry I couldn't show you the inside. It is tricky. It's going to be tricky to do that, I think. But certainly not with that place. That was didn't feel like I could even ask. Anyway, I don't think it's my property. Something really special about a nice, clean van. All the bedding, all cleaned, ready for the Byron Bay Blues Festival. Yeah. Van Halen, you're looking sexy. And you know it.